This chapter, Production and Growth, mainly focuses on the long-term determinants of the level and the growth of real GDP, and thus the overall economy. A country's standard of living depends on its ability to produce goods and services. This ability depends on productivity, that is, the average quantity of goods and services produced per unit of labor input. Y is real GDP, which represents the quantity of output produced. L is the quantity of labor. Then productivity is equal to Y by L. When a nation's workers are very productive, its real GDP will be large and the incomes are also high, and it will be having higher living standard. A production function is a graph or an equation that shows relationship between output and inputs. Y is equal to A times F of L, K, H, and N. Here L, labor, K, physical capital, H, human capital, and natural resources. So F is a function of these four inputs. F is a function that shows how inputs are combined to produce output. Here A, that is the level of technology, multiplies the function F. So improvements in technology allow more output to be produced from any given combination of inputs. If we multiply each input by 1 by L, then we get output also multiplied by 1 by L. As we consider the production function has constant return to scale. We know that Y by L is productivity. So these are the factors that depends on productivity. Productivity depends on physical capital per worker K by L, human capital per worker H by L, natural resources per worker N by L, and the level of technology. Public policies can affect long-run growth in productivity and living standards. Savings and investment. Productivity can be boosted by increasing K, which requires investment. Since resources are scarce, producing more of capital requires producing fewer consumption goods. So there is a trade-off between current and future consumption. Government can implement policies that raise investment and saving, thereby K, this capital, which can raise the productivity. But this faster growth is temporary due to diminishing return to capital, which is as K rises, the extra output from an additional unit of K falls. Catch-up effect is a property whereby the countries tend to grow more rapidly than poor countries tend to grow more rapidly than richer countries. We can see for poor country, initial K by L is here, and for rich country, initial K by L is here. So for increasing K by L by the same amount, the growth in poor country is higher than the growth in richer country. Investment from abroad. To raise K by L and enhance productivity, there are mainly two types of foreign investments. One is foreign direct investment. It is a capital investment that is owned and operated by a foreign entity. Foreign portfolio investment is a capital investment that is financed with the foreign money but operated by domestic residents. This investment from abroad is beneficial for poor countries that cannot generate enough saving to fund investment projects themselves. Another policy is education. Government can increase productivity by promoting education, that is investment in human capital. For example, public schools subsidize the loans for colleges, etc. Health and nutrition. Healthcare expenditure is a type of investment in human capital. Healthier workers are more productive. In countries with significant malnourishment, raising workers' caloric intake raises productivity. Property rights and political stability. When people fear their capital may be stolen by criminals or confiscated by a corrupt government, there is less investment, including from abroad, and the economy functions less efficiently and results lower living standard. For market to allocate resources more efficiently, it requires respect for property rights. Economic stability and healthy growth requires law enforcement, effective courts, a stable constitution, and honest government officials. Trade has the similar effect as discovering new technologies. It improves productivity. There are mainly two types of policies. One is inward or in case of trade. One is inward oriented policies. that aim to raise living standard by avoiding interaction with other countries. But generally, countries with inward-oriented policies has failed to create growth. Outward-oriented policy promote the integration with world economy. Countries with outward-oriented policies have often succeeded. Research and development. Technological progress can increase the productivity and the living standard. Population growth has a variety of effects on economic growth. On one hand, more rapid population growth may lower productivity by stretching the supply of natural resources and by reducing the amount of capital available for each worker. On the other hand, a larger population may enhance the rate of technological progress because there are more scientists and engineers. This concludes the discussion on production and growth. Thank you.